Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for getting your votes in. Love watching them stream in. The judges I think they're just about done deliberating. But while they are making their decision, I have some closing words for this year's measure of music. Again, bear with me, I am incredibly tired, but here we are. So all the hard work is done. And I want to tell you a bit about what was happening behind the scenes over the last 2 months. 180 people signed up to participate during the 6 weeks registrations were open. Last week, we were down to 147. By Thursday, we were down to 129. When we started on Friday, we were down to 116. And today, you heard from the 83 people spread across 14 teams that completed their projects. I tell you this because it's not easy. Teams have to juggle group dynamics with watching talks while picking up new skills and executing on them in a matter of days. And clearly, not everyone makes it through. So I'm incredibly proud of everything these teams were able to accomplish in less than 48 hours while watching 12 hours of content, participating in 4 hours of networking activities, and sending around music recommendations in our Slack channel. Thankfully, they didn't have to do this alone. We had an overwhelming amount of individuals available to help them all weekend. When teams needed help, they could count on the mentors that could provide insights into everything from brand partnerships, to graphic design, to DSPs, to APIs. The mentors, many of them whom I call personal friends, gave up part of the weekends to help these teams complete these tasks. And I'm constantly in awe of the generosity and love from my network. So thank you guys so much for that. Speaking of which, just like our teams, I also did not have to do this alone. This year, I had support from our volunteers, JJ, Jorge, Lauren, Mateo, Manal, Nikki, Reina, Tapas, Vioma, and my dear friend Jimmy, who I roped in at the last minute to come to my virtual side, and of course, my incredible husband, John, who's been taking the night shift for the last 2 days, and I don't think he knows what time it is or what day it is at this point. This year, technically they weren't volunteers because they were all offered payment for their time. After last year, I made it my top priority to be able to pay people for their time as much as possible for this conference, and that dream became a reality. I love transparency, and many of you know, so I will write as much as I'm able to disclose about this later on. But this year, I raised $25,000 US to put this event on. With the help of my sponsorships, PR manager, and dear friend Nick, supported by the rest of the Jump Global team, he helped me in raising that money. A third of that money went to the support staff, including those that volunteered, handled socials, graphics, sponsorships, and more. 18% went to legal and finance costs, including fees associated with paying people in a dozen countries, and the cost of a legal team to draft up contracts for our sponsorships. About 20% went to software. That's including all of the things that I'm talking to you on right now. So the Hey Summit platform where you all watch the talks, MailChimp where you got countless emails, Zoom that we're using right now, Vimeo, custom graphics of the participants got to share on socials. By the way, participants, you're also going to get a very cool certificate to say that you finished your project if you actually did get to the end. And already a fan favorite, our networking platform, Run the World, was also part of where those software costs went. Don't forget that we're having an after party for those that can keep their eyes open after this. And last, but certainly not least, almost 30% of that money went to paying our speakers. As I mentioned yesterday, for the second year in a row, our speakers are both majority minority in gender and race, and there were no all male or all white panels. This is why it was so important they were offered payment for their time. Women and people of color are often underpaid in music and technology roles, and while some minority groups are proportionately represented in unpaid and entry-level roles, the representation declines steadily at mid to senior levels. You heard some people talk about that in our community panel as well. This is exactly why I have the people on stage that I do. Those voices deserve to be heard, respected, and paid because all voices are valuable, and I'm constantly committed to being the change I want to see in this world. One of our sponsors, Power Up, recognized the need for support for Black execs and music creators at the inflection point in their career and provided me with the first monetary support for Measure of Music. They also provided me with an incredible mentor and legendary music exec, Keith Harris. When I told him I would be offering payment to all my speakers, he said, you're completely changing how this is done in the music industry. To which I said, that is the point. I always say the music industry should reflect the world we live in and the world we hope to live in. And this is exactly what I'm trying to achieve. The people you heard this weekend are your future label heads, your future C-level music and tech execs, your future Grammy and Brit recipients, and will continue to be the innovators, change makers, thought leaders in music technology. They may not all be people you hear from regularly, but I have a feeling quite a few of them will be soon, and I'm grateful to have just the most incredible, smart, talented, and most importantly, nice people in my world. That's why I do this. The thing about the music industry is no matter how big it feels, it's actually so small. If some absolutely insane reason, this is the industry you've dedicated yourself to, you'll be surrounded by the same people for possibly 40 years. 40 years. Why on earth and who on earth wants to be surrounded by people that suck for 40 years? If I can do my little part to make this place a little bit brighter, I absolutely will. I hope everyone got a chance to watch last night's keynote talk with Shara Senderoff, because I want to be absolutely motivated to go out and get some shit done. That is 100% the panel you want to watch if you want to feel that motivation. That is all about finding your passion, following your dream, taking leaps of faith, and saying yes when an opportunity presents themselves. I hope if there's one thing you all take away from this weekend is that no one needs to give you permission to make a change. No one needs to give you permission to follow your dream, and absolutely no one, not me, not some list, and not some gatekeepers, get to tell you who you are or aren't. When Ellie got on stage to our practice session, she said, I'm an aspiring writer. And I said, no, Ellie, you are a writer. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You're not trying, you're doing. You're not aspiring, you are. You're an absolute force to be reckoned with, all of you. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Oh, and absolutely anything is possible if you've got some good people in your corner. I'm incredibly grateful to have the support of many people and companies that share this ethos too. Once again, I must thank our sponsors. Power Up, managed by PRS Foundation, is a pioneering initiative aiming to break down and remove structural and systematic racism and injustices affecting talented UK-based Black music creators and industry professionals from progressing their career and accelerating change for a more equitable and representative music industry. Audience, a fan favorite talk on Friday, is a consumer segmentation and cultural understanding platform that helps companies identify relevant audiences and discover amazing, actionable insights to inform strategy. Feed Media Group makes it easy, fast, and legal for businesses to use music to drive revenues by delivering the most engaging customer experiences. With additional support from artificial intelligence music tech company Meza, global provider of data and analytics to the entertainment and music industry, MRC Data, artist and creator-focused membership platform, Patreon, music data analytics tool, Chartmetric, plus promotional support from global music and tech community, the Digilog, executive management firm, Jump Global, fan engagement company, Fan to Band, global community of music and gender minorities in the music industry, She Said So, and women in music arts nonprofit community, Women in Music. These are some of the best companies and personally some of the best people I know that have revolutionized their spaces and verticals. So I hope you all get a chance to check them out and rewatch the sessions for those that spoke this weekend. One of our presenting sponsors, Melissa Clark, is here with us now, and I believe she would like to say a few words. Melissa, are you here?
I'm here. Wow, I didn't know I had such a big act to follow. Yeah, I mean, just, thank you so much, Christine, for bringing such an amazing group of people together. I'm just blown away and inspired, I think, from the moment that I stumbled upon Christine on LinkedIn and, went down the rabbit hole trying to figure out what is this measure of music and music plus data. I knew right away that this was a refreshing take on music and music and data and technology. And, time and time again, every action that I've had with Christine, with this community and throughout the weekend. It's been refreshing, it's been inspiring. And, Feed Media Group really, kind of lives in this same space. It's all about coming together, bringing tech and business and music and all at this intersection where innovation is continually happening. I mean, Feed Media Group started simply because there were businesses that wanted to use music and there wasn't a platform for them to be able to do that. And 7 years later, artists continue to, make groundbreaking music, and there are more and more tech companies and businesses and music businesses innovating. And we're just really pleased to be a part of the community and continue to support innovative folks on all sides of this business. And yeah, I mean, I can't say it any better than Christine, make change. Nothing has to stay the same. There's so many possibilities for us to all come together and work. So thank you for allowing Feed Media Group to be a part of this. I hope you enjoyed the talk by Eric. I hope you guys all get a chance to check out Adapter and how we're helping startups incorporate music. We've got a podcast called Voices Behind the Music. If you are into music curation, we have a video chat about inside music curation. So please check out Feed Media Group. I think you'll find like-minded people all across, and it's been a pleasure.
Melissa, thank you so much. This is the first time we've gotten to interact actually face-to-face, which what a platform to do it, right? Thank you so much. Feed Media Group was featured twice this year, actually. So it was great for them to give up all of this time for us this weekend. I'm sure some of you guys are ready to go to bed, and thank you so much again, Melissa. So, I'm sure you're ready to hear who's actually won, right? But we're not quite ready yet. One thing I wanted to point out is what the winners are actually going to get, right? So first of all, we had some startups pitch yesterday, so I want to make sure everyone knows about that. Our startups that pitched yesterday include Singular, Indie No, NV Media, Lighthouse / Compass Music, Riff, Push That Button, Torley, Hidden Bands, Live Space, and Bridger. You can still find information about all of those startups on our website, so definitely check them out, especially if you want to try something new and be on the ground floor of something brand new in the music and tech space. They will receive from Feed Media Group up to 6 months of free in-app streaming with Adapter. In addition, all participants, like that's you guys, and our startups that pitched yesterday will receive 1 month premium access to audience, and Chartmetric 30 days of free premium access. So any project participant, as well as startups that pitched yesterday, will all receive that as well. Our second and third prize project teams will receive from audience 3 months of premium access for audience and 1 group training. And I have a whole lot to say here because our winning team is going to get a lot. From MRC, the MRC data subscription and MRC swag, that's what the winning team will get from MRC. From audience, 1 year premium audience subscription and 1 group training. From Chartmetric, 6 months of premium Chartmetric access. From Patreon, some very cool Patreon swag. From Feed Media Group, a Feed Media Group sweatshirt, and an appearance to present their project on live video chat on Feed Media Group's social channels. How cool is that? And finally, from Usio, $100 for each team member. So without further ado, I'm going to bring our judges up to actually announce the winner. Judges, did you guys pick who's going to announce the winner?
We're doing a bit of a combo, so I can start.
Okay, awesome. Let me unspotlight myself. There you go.
Cool. Should I go?
Go for it.
Great. So in third place, we had Reviralize. We thought that you guys actually hit on a pretty interesting opportunity area that I know a lot of labels are thinking about. The opportunity of social media is huge right now. And obviously, as you said, the catalog is the majority of the music labels have. So I thought there was something really interesting in there, and potentially thinking a bit more about how the data set could be presented and how it could be really useful would be great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And then team, who is our second place team?
So in second place was Lyrically.
We really loved the idea, and we felt that there's some really strong and well-considered commercial use cases presented. You'd identified a really solid data set, but we felt that maybe there was a little bit more you could have done on the visualization side there. And I think kind of where we marked it down was we'd have liked to have seen a little bit more on the kind of the cultural commentary aspect of the integration, and just felt that would maybe have offered a few broader opportunities commercially, and it would have opened the product up to wider industries. But yeah, no, it was a really strong idea and a really great presentation. And yeah, congratulations to the team.
Thank you, Rachel. And I guess you guys probably figure out who the winning team is, but whoever's going to present, and can you give us a little bit why?
Yeah, well, congratulations to Soundbae. First off, we loved everybody's presentation. You all did a fantastic job, really well done. We were looking at 4 areas in our judging. Content, is it well researched and explained? Format, is the design both aesthetically appealing and informative? Delivery, was it presented well? Feasibility, would it be possible and add value in the workplace industry setting? We felt, Soundbae, you knocked it out of the park on all 4. I think we really love how you focus on the small artists and community, 2 things that are just so critical for our world and our culture. And, that really put it over the top for us, but really phenomenal job. We love what you envisioned. And I think maybe Alex has a few comments as well.
Yeah, I just wanted to add, particularly on Soundbae, I think it was really impressive how it was or could be used to solve a very emotional problem, a very real world and emotional problem, particularly around vulnerability. If you think about genres of music that may be stigmatized, like say a death metal at times, maybe socially less common, or even some music that really over-indexes in a certain community like LGBTQ, coming to your friends to ask if they wanted to share and come to a live experience like that can be a really vulnerable and quite scary moment. And so to see a data product that's able to solve some of these emotional and vulnerability challenges was really, really fulfilling. And so really great work to all 3, but I think especially that one.
Amazing. I love watching the reactions when people realized they had won in the videos. That was wonderful. You guys, we're done. We're actually done. The only thing left to do is party. I mean, it's a virtual party, but you get the point, right? So directly after this, I'm gonna open up the virtual party. So last year, I wore a shirt that said Black Girl Magic. This year, I'm wearing a shirt that says, but still, like dust I rise, which is a Maya Angelou quote. Because I hope this motivated you to go do something, go do anything. You did so much this weekend. You guys are all incredible. You guys are all winners. Even our spectators that are watching that didn't participate, even our mentors, our contributors, our judges, you guys spent the weekend learning. I joke that outside in the UK right now, it's beautiful outside. So I commend you if you were here and you finished your projects. It was incredible. This was an incredible weekend. Thank you for being around and sticking around for part 2. There's an after party link that I'm going to drop in our Slack channel. Participants, spectators, you're going to see the link in the description in YouTube. I would love for you guys all to come in and come party with us. What's going to happen is we're going to have discussion tables so you can talk more about what you learned this weekend. There's going to be speed networking, so you can just match up with people every 5 minutes at random. Hopefully you're inspired. Some of the videos are going to go away on the Hazelnut platform, but most of them are going to remain. So feel free to watch back. Share the videos with your friends for the presentations. There's so much more to be done, so much more to do. And with that, hopefully the people that have been up all night, you can go to sleep. And everyone else, I'll see you guys in Run the World for the after party. Thank you, judges. Thank you, everyone. Good night.